This is Ben Keys, and you're listening to the Crowject podcast.
Win showdown 51, kicks from 45, it starts right, but it's coming back. The Crows win. It's a miracle of the
All right, with a big thanks to Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini and Solely Designs, this is the Crowject podcast, episode 307, coming at you with all things trade news, all things AFLW, including the Pride round that's happening at present and all the off-season moves that have happened at the Crows itself. We've had a bit of a break after 4 weeks. We are back, but we also had our brown carpet special that happened, ironically, for the Brownlow too, so get onto YouTube to watch that one. And a big thank you to our amazing patrons as well, patreon.com/Crowject. The Crowject patrons chat has been popping off something fierce. And also don't forget to get your merch for all things Go Crom at crowject.bigcartel.com. Now, my name's Peter, and thank you for tuning in to listen to us today or tonight or wherever you're listening to us. We're also joined with a couple of special friends. We've got our main VHS man himself, Lleyton. How are you, boss?
Hello. Yes, not too bad. It's been a little while, but I suppose.
Yeah. We've had a lot that we talked about in the pre-roll too, including all things golf, tennis, rating the AFL coaches on how good of a stepdad they'd be. So head over to Patreon.
The essential stuff.
/Crowject. The essential stuff. The essential. Speaking of the essentials, the other essential oil that we have on with us tonight is, of course, Ray. Hello, Ray.
Hello. I don't know what essential oil I'd be. I don't know any essential oils. Also, the pre-rolls where I've always done my best work. So
it's all downhill from here. Yeah, it's just dialing it in right now. My essential oil is olive. Speaking of olive oil, let's get into the AFL trades as well, because there were some things that happened for us. Obviously, trade period is now ended for us, and now we look forward to the preseason draft that will be happening in a month and a bit's time. But we have one new player that's come on to us. Lleyton, who do we have?
We have Finbar Malley, who...
Yes, household name,
which we all had to Google to figure out who this guy was. But he's played 7 games this year. He's a ruck forward. He stands at 197 centimetres. He was traded along with pick 64 in exchange for Adelaide's pick 57 this year and a future fourth round selection. So what are your thoughts on...
Not enough people called Finbar.
Finbar.
Yeah, it's not a common name. We need to get the stats on how many Finbars there are in the world. And we will get to all the players that we didn't get to. But Finbar, obviously, he played, I think, about 7 or so games this year for the Kangaroos. Is that right, Lleyton?
7 games. He was pick 2 in the 2023 rookie draft for North. So obviously was highly touted. And apparently he's got plenty of height, which makes sense, and strong set of hands. It'll be a valuable addition to our squad.
No jar of pasta sauce will ever be left unopened.
Exactly.
It's his strong hand.
And Malley's the son of former Adelaide 36ers player and NBL legend Paul Malley.
Okay.
Don't know him.
That explains how he's got the height.
Yeah.
He's got all that height. Yeah.
And a basketball background.
Yes.
And he's joined, as well as Category B rookie Indy Cotton, who we might not have mentioned.
That's right. Yeah.
Another basketball background.
Yeah. Are we going to be acquiring the 36ers or something? Is that another off-season move we're going to be doing? We got out of esports and we're into this.
We're getting the esports 36ers team. So,
okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
NBA 2K25 is what we're going to be good at. Now, I've just had a look at how common of a name Finbar is. So I've only got stats for the United States. It's not very common. It's ranking 12 in the 12,000s for boys. However, it was the highest it was common, which year it was, in 2014. Ranked number 1,386.
2014? Oh, that's random.
Top 1,500.
Yeah, top 1,500. Yeah, get around that.
What was that, 2014?
Yeah.
So 18 years after that, you're going to see heaps of Finbars drafted.
Yeah,
Give it 5 years at Women's and Children's. The new Women's and Children's. This guy's going to clunk and kick 50 1 year, and there's going to be an influx of Finbar's
Finbar
born at the
mania.
New Wardens and Children's.
Yeah. Now, so welcome to the club, Finbar. However, there were a couple of players that we were panning for that we weren't able to get, Ray, including you mentioned about pasta sauce before. There was one player who loves all of his TikToks and everything, Christian Petrarca.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about just sort of maybe getting him. And then
all the cookbook
I don't know
deals
about you guys.
I was looking forward to.
Yeah. I was looking forward to stalking out the front of his house to get all the leftovers.
No more Tippett's tips. All that Balfour's crap, all that out of the way. We're going to do other contra deals, maybe with Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini as well.
But then I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I'm the lone wolf here, but I'm kind of glad that the club's played hardball this year.
Yeah.
And not settled and paid overs, because Gold Coast have ended up giving up 4 first-round picks for him.
Yes.
Yeah. We wouldn't have done that.
Insane.
Even if we had that many picks to give away.
And so they've given up 4 first-rounders, and I heard a rumour, I don't know how true it is, that he wanted to negotiate extra years and extra money on his contract that was already massive.
It was already like 4 years, like a 4-year contract from the Crows, and he wanted 5 plus extra money on all the years.
Extra money, which I'm glad that the club's gone.
Yeah.
No, we're not selling the farm here.
Yeah,
We've got a good crop. We don't need to give up too much.
If he was like 26, you'd do that, but not about to turn 30 when he starts next year.
Yeah, and look, I'm with you, Ray. I think all 3 of us are in agreement about this, because I'm glad that we were pragmatic. The last time that we paid overs for a midfielder from a Victorian club, that went well for us. With everything Bryce Gibbs in the end of 2017.
Well, I think that's the trap, especially teams that are, finishing on top of the ladder but don't quite win the granny. They think, we'll just need one more piece, we'll sell the farm. But if that player doesn't work out, then, you're stuck in a hole.
You've got no farm.
Yeah.
Look where West Coast are. They did it to get Tim Kelly back.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's worked well.
Look where Port are, where they...
Which example
it's been pretty dramatic.
I was going to say.
Well, even the most recent one with Jason Horton-Francis.
Yeah.
Like, they've put themselves backwards a little bit.
Yeah, look, I think I'm personally very happy with the fact that we, didn't just dive straight into getting him. I know there's been a bit of an exodus as well at Melbourne as well with Clayton Oliver. He's gone to GWS.
Yeah.
For like a packet of Tim Tams.
Yes. Yeah.
Pick 76 or something.
Yeah, so it's going to be a battle of the Expansion Cup with Melbourne's has-been midfield. So it's going to be interesting when that happens. But look, I think we can all agree that we're happy. I know there were a lot of people that were a little bit frustrated, but it was good to have some transparency just around the trade as well, and hearing about what Petrarca's management wanted. And it's not poo-pooing him as a person. It's just if you can get it,
get your bread.
Get your bread. Get your panines. It's a Nathaniel's Coffee panini.
Like if you can get it. Like that's how life
it's
works.
A different point of view from us. From McCrow's point of view, we don't need to sell the farm for that sort of player.
No,
I was
not at all
excited about when Zach Bailey's name was brought into our circle, but that didn't obviously pan out. And on Brisbane, there was another. Well, the trade period just ended, and there was another player we couldn't get over the line in the trade period.
But we'll get him in the draft. And again, perfect by the Crows, I think, because we didn't budge on what we wanted to pay for him. Because let's be honest, like if we're being real fair dinkum, he's a good player, Calamanchi.
Oh yeah,
he's been really good for Brisbane. But where does he walk into our team?
I think
if he walks in, who does he replace?
I think he replaces a Lockie Murphy type.
But Lockie Murphy wasn't in the team.
Yeah, but it's more depth, I guess.
He was the 23rd, 24th.
In that area.
So why would we pay
Lockie Murphy?
I'm going to say something that sounds a bit strange, and I love this player to death, but Ben Keys. Not replaced completely, but look, Ben is getting a little further on in his career. I feel like he slowed down a little bit.
Well,
this is not
I think
doing it whatsoever. But
in the second,
you know what I mean?
in the second half of the year, his form probably dropped a bit, and we just didn't have a player that was an obvious replacement or alternative for him. I think even because Archie's pretty versatile, I could see him playing just off the bench as a utility.
Yeah.
And
now
not
we
be
got that
disappointed
fifth
about it.
bench player.
Yes.
Yeah, true. With the
Now that there's no sub.
which
Isn't
more
that
news.
ironic? Chris Scott complains in the grand final presser, just like, "Oh, I hate the sub rule," and Andrew Dillon's just like, "We got you.
Yeah, we're getting rid of it anyway.
Oh, I know. But,
Oh, that was annoying.
It
It's
is
like
right.
he was complaining, and then the person he takes off was a player who's not injured in Reece Stanley in the granny.
yeah, exactly. Silly sausage.
Just let Jeremy Cameron run around with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So much of that. So much. But
So yeah,
Look,
what was the final offers that Brisbane would want in for this deal?
I didn't see.
I think
I heard
there was lots of talk about them wanting our first round pick from this year,
yeah,
which is 14 or something,
which
or 15.
you're not going to pay 14 and something else for essentially a utility player.
Yeah.
If it was Zach Bailey, you'd be looking at first rounders. But
yeah,
I hope we get Calamachi. He's a great player.
Yeah.
And I think he's a big part of Brisbane's success, but he's a utility. He's not an out-and-out star who's going to,
I mean, look, I'm reading here from what Calamachi's manager has come out and said. He said 0 chance that he stays. He's leaving. He's going to Adelaide. He's committed to getting to the Adelaide Footy Club. Adelaide used their best endeavours to facilitate a trade. It wasn't to Brisbane's liking, so the only avenue to get there is through the preseason draft, so that's what he'll do. And that's verbatim. Quote, thanks to Adelaide Crow's Pride for putting that up.
Yeah. It's a strange situation because he's an uncontracted player, you know. It's not like he's
why wouldn't you
got a
take
couple
something for
years
him?
to go and we're trying to pry it out of the hands of Brisbane. Like, I don't know. I don't get the
I'm sure
logic.
it's got something to do with them getting academy pick points.
Yeah, but
do you reckon it was a part
Come
of,
on.
we had to say no because in the background, Brisbane were trying to offload Eric Hipwood as well in his big contract
No.
who knows?
and his one functional ACO.
There's so many moving parts of this trade period. I'm just glad it's done, to be honest. Like,
This trade period's crazy. I was just going through the list and the amount of good players that got sold for nothing.
yeah.
Since when have you ever seen a club trade their captain for a third round pick?
That was crazy. But when have you ever seen a club like St Kilda just go for
That's
everyone
true.
and pay
Yeah.
anything?
I mean, look, this is a part of, I know in previous years we have not reported on trade period until it's done, purely for the fact that
It's a mess.
there's no point
Yeah.
putting out, it's a mess. There's no point speculating on things. I hate stuff like that. But at the same time, only report on it once it's done, which is why we're doing this tonight. I know we were originally going to do a pod, I think, Monday night, but it's like, well, there's no point putting it out if we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, Justin Reed strutting in 2 hours beforehand, I think he was quite relaxed more for the fact that he just knew that nothing was going to change.
No.
I think he was probably cognizant of the fact that Brisbane were digging their heels in, and I don't blame him for, saying no deal. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy with
We'll
that.
get him in the draft for 0.
Yeah. And there's all this talk that like clubs above us will take him, but if we're in like West Coast position, do you want to pick a player that doesn't want to play at your footy club?
No,
You know what I
not
mean?
at all.
And you can't offer as much money to that player. It's
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm sure
Now,
it'll happen.
We did have an exclusive poll that we did. That was 2 hours ago about how do you rate our trade period. Now, Ray, you're just buzzing a little bit, boss. So, yeah, you're buzzing. You're Trev the Bee from RAA. Poor thing. Now, we asked in this poll, so we had how many respondents do we have? Oh, it's about 200-ish or so respondents. So 10% said good, 49% said mid, and 41% said bad.
I think, it's mid compared to the last few seasons, but based on how well we performed, at least in the home and away season, our list isn't terribly far off. So we're not in.
I think it's just because it looks like we've done nothing.
Yeah.
But
compared to previous seasons, we haven't done much.
Yeah. And I did ask for some feedback as well, did get some. We got Rosie.in who said, need a midfielder. Haven't got one. We've got, not just friend of the pod, but I can say the man that drew the Go Crom logo, Mitchell Farrow, has written in. He said, we got a player called Finbar. We're eating good. Beno65 says, we did nothing. We're no better. Well, we got a guy that's full of height. That's a good thing.
And strong in.
Yeah. D-Hop over at Prune_Masters has said, I want a big fish. Real big fish. I'm not sure if he's just a Scar fan. I'm not sure there. Mini Tim said he voted it was mid because we didn't get everyone we wanted but didn't lose anyone, which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad point.
Sean Big,
you don't really talk about the players you keep in the trade period. You know what I mean? So that is usually a good sign for culture.
Yeah. Charlie Thomas has written in and said, we had every deal under the sun, gave all the fans hope, and then changed our minds every time. I mean, but that's a part of being pragmatic. Like,
I don't think we changed our minds.
Yeah.
I don't think we were any over active than we would have been in terms of potentials. It was just all the reporting around it. It was reported straight away that we were interested in X player, which behind closed doors, even if you didn't hear about, we would have been interested in so many other players.
Yeah. Friend of the pod and probably a person who's going to run for the board again, Matthew Parbs, has written in and said, didn't sell the farm for damaged goods and didn't cave into pressure to make trades just because. Pragmatic? Yeah, agreed. Jamedog1804 said, no Archie. Yes, we're aware. But yeah, look, personally, I'm happy with that. And the club have come out with a statement as well, which I'll just read here, directly from the pen of Justin Reid via, I assume, James Hetherington at the club, who has said, we remain committed to recruiting Brisbane's Callum Archie.
Just before you go on, how do you spell?
Cough, cough. Both Cow. We used a nickname for him, Cow. We just said Cow, not Callum.
So we must be on good terms with
nickname basis.
Yeah, nickname basis. This is. I would consider this a soft launch. This is a soft launch.
Yeah, this is the you can call me honey.
Yeah, you can call.
Life of a Show girl fans will get that one.
Oh yeah. It's, we need to talk more about the track Wood. I think there was a meaning behind it. I'm not sure, Ray, but
it's about a glorious cock.
Yeah. Okay, flag that. Both Cal, the club, and his management are all committed to seeing this through. We have a plan. We are committed to Cal. Cal and his management are committed to us. Oh, it's cute. Well, it's like de facto.
Well, in the trade radio press conference thing, I don't know if you saw it was Reid and then his manager side by side answering questions. So if that's not cute. Together. What are you?
Yeah. Can you follow me on Insta too? Yeah, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Okay. We understand what that looks like. Firstly, it's around the welfare and support of Cal and his family. I feel like they're talking about John Calipari, Arkansas coach.
Yeah, and they're saying he can't, for the next, until the trade period, he can't 100% settle just of that chance. That's what they're saying. They're saying for his family it's stressful because it's 90% sure instead of 100%, which would be the worst. Yeah. Moving is annoying enough.
Yeah.
Do you reckon this is sour grapes from Brisbane because not only do we take Murray Davis, but we as a podcast keep making fun of Fagan's toddler kitchen in the back of his coaching box? I think that's why.
Or did you know that Brisbane delisted Ben Keith?
Mitch Hinge.
Yeah.
Fools.
We're just
Jared
specialists
Lyons too.
at taking their players for nothing and turning them into stars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we should have really traded and tried to get Charlie Cameron. Carly Cameron. Carly Cameron. That one. Look, let's have a look around about some of the other trades that have happened around the league too. We obviously spoke a little bit. Zach Merritt didn't end up going through, did it? And some hostile actions from his. It's I don't know if you guys saw this, but
the manager walking in with pointed
like this with the Alex Perry glasses on top as well. And
how do you go back to the club as the club captain after being so public all off season about how you don't want to be there?
Yeah.
How do you rock up to day one of preseason?
I reckon he
did too much off the off season.
Just Costanza. Just act like nothing happened. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, my swipe wasn't working. I don't know why.
Why is there someone else's stuff in my locker?
Yeah.
Who's this new guy in the number 7?
Yeah. But the other thing too would be, I feel like he's going to have a year like Stephen Cornelio on that Amazon documentary, just like where he's trying to profess leadership, but he's just dialing it in something fierce. Like I don't know why. That's the sort of thing that I just envisage. But
love it.
Kerno as well.
Yes,
moving to the Swans in the end. Like, I don't know what to think about it. It's just there's nothing at Carlton that's inspiring at all. I've got a couple of mates at work that are Carlton fans, and they're just like, "What the hell are we doing?" So it's very strange. Very strange.
Well, they said no to. What did Sydney offered? Some picks, and then Will Hayward and Ollie Florent.
Yeah,
and they said no, and then they took some picks and Will Hayward.
Yeah. They didn't like Ollie. They really didn't like Ollie.
We've done that homework into that Florent kid.
He seems like a good player. We don't want him.
Yeah, we don't want that.
The name's too exotic. Can't pronounce it.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, so much happening. Obviously, trade period finally wrapping up, and now we move on to the draft. I'm the same too, mate. I feel like the AFL just purposely make this period long. Yeah, just stop people having any interest in cricket, or the AFL's more target thing for no one to have any interest in the AFLW because nothing like killing off your own brand. Ridiculous.
I don't know about you guys, but I've sort of been like a bit off the AFL this year. I found it so hard to follow.
Yep.
Everything's been inconsistent. You can't do anything. I feel like all they're doing is trying to divide fans and cause ruckus.
Well, that was the point of all these new Channel 7 shows, the agenda setters. It was just to get people angry, and that's it's just perpetuated itself on social media. There's been some highlights, but unfortunately. Yeah.
I just found it like there was a couple of good finals games that I watched, but all in all, I was a bit over it. Like,
do you reckon the disinterest has come from everything that happened to us as well, or was this something that was around?
It was the whole thing, the whole AFL. It was the AFL that did it, not. Like, if anything, it should have been my favourite year because, we were winning, we were going good. There was a buzz around it, but there was just so much indecision. There was so much I don't want to say the word woke because as a bad thing, but there was so much that the AFL swept under the rug and then took a stand on other things.
Yeah, just
I think generally even
the whole Geelong thing.
Look, exactly.
The Geelong thing, they get third-party payments. They get a suspended thing. And I haven't been on here since the Isaac stuff, and I don't agree. I agree that Isaac should have been suspended for what he did, and that's that. But
the way we got to that
the way that they let it drag on for 4 days, all it did was create hate and division amongst. I just thumbs up myself. All it did was create division and hate amongst not only the AFL public, but the Adelaide club in general. Like, everyone was turning on each other because of what they thought about it. Like, there was the whole bloody Noah Bolter thing, who couldn't play night games because he's curfew, but that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. And, if you want to stretch it out further, Taryn Thomas is now allowed, he can come back to the AFL now. He's perpetuated domestic violence and has been charged multiple times. Those are all objective facts.
It's so crazy.
And for some reason, he is allowed back in to a quite, let's be honest, a quite, sanitized environment of the AFL community like it is. I cannot comprehend how that's allowed to happen. And I completely agree with the both of you about, the inconsistency. But on top of that, I feel like there's always these sort of automatic points that the AFL have ready from a comms strategy just to sort of eat up media time. But it's a bit of a pissing contest, because you've got the AFL on one side, the NRL on the other. And let's be honest, like the NRL and Peter V'landys they're all trying to fight for the same sort of market. But I feel like both markets are both oversaturated. It's a small market. You're not doing anything for international viewers. And we've got international Patreons as well.
They're focusing on everything but the actual game. They're focusing on just trying to make the most noise.
Yes.
Yeah. The AFL this year has been so hard to follow for me, just because of the inconsistency and the underperformance of the AFL. Not the teams, not the players, not the clubs even, but the AFL's underperformance. And the NRL's had their best season of all time. They had a great year. They had a few controversies, but they were handled whatever. But they had their best final series into a grand final. And the NRL's never looked better. They're getting expansion teams. They're getting this and that. Like, they're moving into the US. And you're like, that's an easier brand to follow at the moment.
It really is. And, I've got my friends over in the States that try to watch along as well. And even they've said, it'll be sporadically on. And it was only really the finals that were able to watch adequately. I don't know. I feel like Andrew Dillon has had probably one of the worst years of any sporting CEO in the last, I'd say 30 years of any code.
Yeah.
And, I compare that to, so the one that I always compare it to, like really bad CEOs of sports leagues, Tony Cochran for V8 Supercars, David Gallup in his stints at the NRL and A-League too, like somehow just made them all worse. But you look at the way Gill ran things, and even, Andrew Demetrio as well. And I'll use another, James Sutherland, when he was a Cricket Australia CEO. A lot of things, shit happens, right? When you're a CEO, you've got to handle things, but you've got to handle it quickly. You don't wait 4 weeks.
No.
4 days to wait for an outcome because there's no due process. And I think the fact that the AFLPA, president was also a Collingwood player, and there was no declaration of conflict of interest whatsoever, and there's no advocacy on behalf of Isaac as a player.
They're just making up
just
as they're
absolutely
going along.
Ridiculous. Yeah, and it's so Victorian centric too. And you know what, Ray? I'll give some inside knowledge. Look, the Crom brand, right? We all know, there's a bit of goodwill behind it. Okay, there's a lot of Victorian people and fans and other stuff like that that bought the beanies, and we raised a shit ton of money for it through just the goodwill of it, because people are just like, yeah, I'll support that. We were getting heaps of sales right up until the whole Isaac Rankin stuff dropped. Probably even during that period, people were still buying them. But after that point, I can say hand on heart, sales have dropped off. And I think a lot of it's linked to the fact that the casual fan is just like, I don't want to be involved with the Crows anymore. And the fact that only us as a club could somehow make Collingwood palatable to the greater AFL community is both shocking, but also an indictment on the AFL at large. Like, just what happened at that night at the Collingwood final with people booing and stuff like that, that's more of a problem with AFL crowds. I do think it's got to do that there was a definite demographic difference in that crowd compared to a normal members-only crowd.
I don't even think it was like a little bit like that. But again, it's people's frustration.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I agree with
a pent-up frustration over that period. Nothing was said. It was all speculation. It was media journalists reporting this. It was Eddie saying this. It was no one actually said anything. If they just had to come out at the start and said, it's 4 weeks, that's it.
Yeah.
This is what it is. It's probably a story for 2 more days, really.
Exactly.
And then it moves on. But it's for 4 days, and then they make a half-hearted decision, which then makes it a story for another 3 days, and then it's a full week cycle.
Yeah.
And everyone's frustrated.
And yeah, look, I know we spoke about it. We had Matt on and one of our amazing patrons as well, and we spoke at length in one of our pods about the impact of people from the LGBTQI community being Crows fans, and they've sort of been left out in the lurch. And Brett, who's one of the committee members for Rainbow Crows, met with Isaac as well, and that was something that Isaac reached out to organise. And I'm just being fully transparent here. I know some inside knowledge about it, but it was a very fruitful conversation, and it was a very genuine conversation too. And I'll give full credit to someone like Isaac for fronting up for what he's done and trying to make amends.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's so much better than what the AFL are trying to do. And I can say honestly, the Taryn Thomas thing is something that really pisses me off. Like I cannot believe that's something that they just re-allow.
Yeah, it's unacceptable behaviour, and it's only seemingly that was a decent footballer that he gets a second chance, despite what he's done off the field.
Yeah, I've just been so disillusioned by the whole thing this year, and at some points I'm like, I'd rather chuck the NRL on.
And that's a sad day.
They champion the NRLW. That season is shorter, but it runs alongside the NRL.
Yeah.
They have the grand final day share the same day.
Such a good idea.
They
Seems
have
logical.
The Daly M medal presented together. They get both teams of the year up there together. Like, they're one competition.
Whereas what we got in terms of the grand final day was Ebony Marinoff, the winner of the Brownlow equivalent in the AFLW from last season, because they finished way after, doing the lap of honour in the U with Matt Rao, who was the most recent winner. It's just, it seems like too much of an afterthought. But on the AFLW, it has been, at least for me, a breath of fresh air with more positive vibes around the whole competition as a whole, even if AFL aren't given enough resources behind it.
It's a good segue to get straight into that, because I can say hand on heart, look, we at the Crowject, we support Rainbow Crows, we support our LGBT, we are all LGBTQI plus allies as well. Of course, we had Pride Round that happened for our home game, and we're happening this week as well, where we're going to be wearing our Pride Round away Guernsey as well when we play the Kangaroos over at Arden Street. I think it's Arden Street that we're playing on the weekend. But look, it was fantastic to see, and Brendan, one of our amazing patrons, and Amanda as well, one of our other patrons too, myself and my daughter, we were a part of the Pride March around Nordo. We celebrate things Rainbow Crows. Was there, was right next to Tim Silvers and his missus too. We had a bit of a chat about all things Go Crom. And he asked for a cap as well, and I said I'll give one to him if he puts in an order. But anyway, we'll send one through to him anyway. But it was great to see that we were able to get a win against a very plucky West Coast team as well, Lleyton. So tell us a bit about the results from the weekend, boss.
So the Crows won by 17 points, 7 goals, 6-48 to 4 goals, 7-31 in a bit of an arm wrestle, like you said, but we just conceded a few goals late, which made the scoreboard look a little bit flattering. At three-quarter time, we were up 40-11, and controlled the second half, but it was pretty even. And early on, Eagles had a lot of chances. But
They do.
overall, we're looking okay in terms of the other competition. The game this week will be the most important, barometer because we've had a few up and down weeks.
Yeah, and look, sat with Jezza, one of our other patrons as well, for the game itself. All I can say is I can't wait to get out of Norwood Oval. That place is a hole. Like, they've only got one chip fryer and you got a bunch of kids running around. It was like a 30-minute wait for chips, Ray. You know what it's like waiting for chips when you've got a naggy kid. It is impossible.
But don't you love...
My kid's not that naggy.
Don't you love all the concrete?
There goes that point.
Don't you love all the concrete at Norwood?
Yeah, but it's bitumen. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's, that's asphalt. That's different. Shout out as well to Norwood Oval, who they set up the Bunnings sausage sizzle. So there was an actual little Bunnings. But what they did was they put it in front of the scoreboard. So you couldn't see the scoreboard properly. I don't get why, because Cooper's Hill, which was just the same side, but on the other side, you know what I mean? It would have been the same positioning,
and would have made sense.
And it wouldn't have really interrupted anything. You could see the scoreboard, and they're like, no, we're not doing that. Now, Christina Liuzzi as well had a debut in this game.
Yes, and she looked quite good. She got a few early touches and, wearing the number 19. She had 6 disposals and looked lively. I think it was a good inclusion to have a few debutants when the team's been inconsistent, we'll say. But other standouts goes without saying, Ebony and Marinoff, 31 touches, 24 kicks and 7 clearances, and probably best on ground was Maddie Newman with 18 touches and 2 goals straight.
Mate, it was a good vibe at the ground too, and credit to West Coast team because who they coached by again?
Daisy Pearce.
Daisy Pearce.
Yeah, Daisy Pearce, who has won more games, I think, in the last couple of years. There was some stat I saw. She's won more games in the last 2 or 3 years than Adam Simpson and the previous AFLW coach too.
That's rough.
Not good.
Well, it's good for Daisy, but not for the rest of the club.
It's good for contract negotiations.
Yeah, exactly. Look at me. I can do whatever.
And on the AFLW, we'll just rewind slightly. So since last time we had Nep, we had the round 7 game, which was Ebony Marinoff's 100th game in a row.
Yes.
Which the AFLW actually scheduled something right this time in that game and the Brisbane game with the other player who was reaching 100 games in a row started at the exact same time. So there was no player who started
got it first.
The first 100. And we just got over the line by 2 points at Unley. How do you feel about Unley compared to Norwood, Peter?
Well, look, much better fences. That's for sure. That'll be no. Look, Unley's a good oval.
Yeah,
it is a good oval. They have 2 fryers as well. As Cream said on the pod, they need to learn how to half blanch their chips, which is better than what Norwood did, where they just didn't do that at all. No, look, it's better facilities, but I'll tell you what, when our headquarters is off the ground, we're gonna fucking froth some of the
I think we're still
4 fryers,
4 fryers. Okay, I like it. On Unley, I think we're still undefeated at Unley. Is that right? AFLW? Because we haven't lost this year there yet. And we don't play there again, unfortunately.
Thank God.
And then after that 2-point win over Sydney, we lost by 11 points against the then bottom of the table, Richmond, which was
that's right.
The tale of our season in going from
that was
one extreme to the other.
Not good.
So who knows? We might get thumped by Kangaroos this week, or we might pull an upset. But they're on. Speaking of streaks, they're on 23 wins in a row, which is crazy. And the record in VFL is 25 for Geelong in the 30s. So if they keep this going, they could have an all-time winning streak or undefeated streak.
Yeah, and Brooke Boylio, she got a nomination for Goal of the Year.
Oh, yes, that was a nice snap.
Yeah, it was a good goal. And she also got a Rising Star nom as well, I think.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Lily Tarlington got a fine for a front-on contact. And there were a couple of umpiring decisions in that game that were just genuinely baffling.
Yeah.
But there was a goal review that did happen after Marinoff and all them were saying it was touched, and they were about to bounce the ball, and then it got called back, which I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. I'd prefer that. It's just, how are we able to do that at Norwood Oval and not well at Adelaide Oval? I don't know. Must be better cameras.
Cameras.
Yeah, cameras. Thanks. Yeah.
Same ones.
Yeah,
so the ones at Adelaide Oval see Norwood Oval better.
Yeah. Now, got to give a shout out to Rainbow Crows as well. Tomorrow is Give Out Day, so we're recording on a Wednesday night. So on Thursday, it is Give Out Day. So head over and you can get yourself a Rainbow Crows membership pack as well for $50. You get yourself a hat and also a seat as well.
Yeah.
So top and tails are covered. That's what you want, don't you, Ray? Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot it was audio.
No, that's
just
just
make some noise.
And
now
I just also wanted to promote the big showdown, which it feels like it's been ages since one. Next Friday. At Norwood, which is the downside, but at least it's not Albion, which it was last year, in like round 1 or something. So yeah, round 11 showdown is very late for the women's, but we're undefeated in the women's showdown so far. So hopefully we can keep that going and get a big crowd.
You know what? I'm going to say we're going to do a walk and talk after that.
Oh, I like it. Friday night vibes.
Yeah. Friday night vibes at Norwood Oval, 5 to 6-7 Hood. Where are we from? Norwood. Oh man. Now, there has been a lot that's been happening, but like I said, big shout out for Pride Round. But there has been some other moves that have happened. But I want to touch on. Let's call it for what it is. The person who gestated and gave birth to the Crows, Max Basheer, passed away.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Less said the better, right? But look, Max Basheer passed away. Essentially, he was one of the leading figures in what led to the Adelaide Football Club being formed. And so he's did so much and passed away, had a state funeral as well. And a lot of memories, not really for me because I think the two of us, me and Ray, are definitely older than Lleyton, but I don't remember too much about him. But if you go back, I know Lleyton and I, we did our review and sort of talked about where the Crows came from. Yeah. And, Max was way deep in it and was also ran the club for a little while too.
Yeah, he was on the interim board very early on, and he was a long-serving SNFL president, and then obviously led to resisting the Port Adelaide's bid, which led to the Crows being formed. But yeah, sad day, but definitely a good time to reflect on how much he's done and how important those people were early on when we had Stratco Huts trying to start a club.
The old Atco Huts and Neil Curley just moving TVs around, not like Lawrence Angwood moved TVs around, but anyway. Now, Ray, Darren Burgess.
He's leaving us.
He's gone.
Well,
he's got an offer that he could not refuse.
Exactly. The Godfather offer came from Juventus, the black and white that we can respect.
They're rivals. They're in direct opposition to us.
What even is Serie A?
Yeah, when's the game going to be against Crows v Juventus? You're playing Gaelic.
It's in a different time zone. Did it even happen? Is it even real if it happens while I'm asleep?
Exactly. Do you reckon the true mashup game instead of international rules.
Yeah.
If we're going to play a soccer team, it'll be AFLX, wouldn't it?
Yes.
It has to be AFLX.
But way too much football, not enough soccer, which I like. We might have a chance.
I don't know that.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. No, look, I have been huge on the Burgess effect, and I'm very happy that his replacement has been anointed by the chosen one, as in he is a disciple of the Burgess effect.
Yeah. I think as long as the players don't forget what Burgess has told him the last few years, like, we'll be fine. Like, just hopefully they've kept a good record, and we can.
Everyone was keeping notes.
Yeah, it's all of his IP. Darren's just come through and just, no, we've got to burn it. Now, Ray, if you were the high performance manager at the Crows, what sort of things would you be doing?
Performing highly.
No, you don't have to perform highly. You just have to get the other people to perform highly. So maybe you can help out by eating all the bad food at the club so that they can't get to it.
Yeah, correct. I don't know. That world's way beyond me.
No, bullshit. Go on. How would you do it? Go on. Okay.
I'd bring in a team around me that could really play to their strengths.
Brett Burton, Matt Haas,
Stephen Dank.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah.
Well, luckily for the Crows, we've quickly moved to secure an internationally experienced replacement in Ian McCain. McCain. Yeah, Ian McCain. He comes from the Crows, from NHL club, the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yes.
Oh. And has previously been.
Who's your favourite NHL team, Ray?
The Nashville Predators.
That's such a wrong name.
Predators.
The Predators.
The Nashville Predators. No.
I don't have a team, but I'm Googling now. I just want to see what sounds the best.
I'm not going to say
that. The Nashville Predators. Are you serious? That's an actual team.
Yeah. They're like a saber-tooth tiger type.
Oh, okay.
Team.
So they're not humanoid, and they're just.
It's not just a list of
the local area predators.
Okay, right.
Local handsy people. No.
Really good in goals. Yeah. No youth program though. That's been. Can't do that. Now, he was previously the head of high performance at the Port Adelaide Football Club, and that was during the run where they.
2014.
Well, 2014 onwards, and where they got close but no cigar, and we know all about that at our club too. Fuck. Oh man, it is.
It's all happening at the Crows, isn't it?
It's all happening at the Crows. Look, I am genuinely sad. I follow Darren Burgess on LinkedIn. He's got a great podcast. I'm going to miss his very, very succinct press notes.
Yes,
there
was no detail in whatever all the last few years. It was like, he's injured. He's off for a week.
Yeah, he's not good. He'll get
the other guy. I don't know. We'll have to look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love after the Collingwood final and just all the hype around Rochelle and everything, and him coming back and everything, and him just coming in. He's just like, he's better now, so we'll play. Thank you. What do you want to know? No, I'm going to miss that. I mean, maybe this Ian guy, maybe he's like Ian McKellar or whatever his name is. He's going to be more verbose. So
we'll see.
We'll wait and see. So much to go through, Ray. It's so much. But are you okay, Ray? Yeah, okay.
My microwave phone's not working.
Here we go. We've lost him slightly. I think he's back.
No,
You're snap crackling and popping a little bit. Stop touching it, Ray.
No, it's not working unless I touch it.
Okay. I can see.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think it's time to Street.
I can see why you follow the Predators.
All right. Well, on that note, thanks to Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini, and also Solely Designs too. Head over to project.bigcartel.com and get yourself some merch as well on patreon.com/project. Oh my God, we're going to get cancelled as well. Ladies, thank you so much. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
And thank you, Peter. Go Crom.
Go Crom.